Invention of the water cooler. The water cooler has been a symbol of contemporary living in workplaces where chilled drinking water is available. In an age when many people work in cubicles and connect online, the water cooler is where individuals get together and chat in person. Aside from its social significance, the water cooler is a location where people go to acquire water. Even today, 1 in 10 people lack access to clean drinking water. The history of the water cooler, like that of drinking water, begins thousands of years ago when humans began purifying water to make it safe to drink. Some old water filtration processes, including sand filtering, are being used today. It began in Asia. Southeast Asia invented the earliest known water filter. The earliest documented way to prepare water for drinking was described in a Sanskrit medical literature from the 15th century BC by M.N. Baker and Michael Taras. To do so, the water was heated, then filtered through gravel and sand layers under the sun. Gravel and sand were also employed to filter water in a variety of different civilizations. In the 15th and 13th centuries BC, Egyptians created a technique to filter water via sand. The Greeks filtered water not only with sand, but also with a cloth bag named after its inventor, Hippocrates, the father of medicine. Water travel. The Romans' capacity to transfer water from highland springs to towns was significant. National Geographic says they achieved this by creating aqueducts. The Romans modified the structure to cover additional territory across the huge Roman Empire. Copper or marble aqueducts carried water from springs and lakes to towns for drinking, farming, and bathing. Some Roman aqueducts from 312 BC to 226 AD are still in service. Building water canals, reservoirs, and embankments, the Khmer Empire of Angkor, now Cambodia, also devised practical methods to carry water around. In addition to providing drinking water, these large waterworks facilities irrigated farms and protected communities from floods during monsoon rains. The Incas, Mayans, and Aztecs all constructed vast aqueducts in South America, bringing rare mountain water supplies to urban populations. According to blurred bylines, the aqueducts carrying water to Tenochtitlan were periodically cleaned to prevent disease transmission. According to Spanish conquest accounts of the aqueducts, they were already in existence when they were written about by the conquistadors in the 16th century Spain. Real archaeology claims several aqueducts are still in service. Water for all. As each ancient empire grew and collapsed, so did public water systems. The fall of the Roman Empire marked the loss of Europe's water infrastructure. As people drank from untreated lakes and rivers, the Dark Ages, about 500–1500, were plagued with illnesses like cholera and typhoid. People in Scotland came up with the first way to clean drinking water in 1804 by putting it through gravel and sand, then taking it by horse and cart across town. After it became evident that unclean water was linked to cholera, a similar strategy was used in London the next century. The Metropolitan Water Act of 1852 required all municipal water to be filtered. As in Flint, Michigan in 2014–2015, when E. coli, carcinogens, and elevated lead levels were identified in the water supply, municipal water filters break down and enable pollutants into the drinking water supply. NPR. A tin cup sparked a new idea. It's not enough to have clean water. You need a clean means to get it. The identical cup was shared by students at a public school in Berkeley, California in 1905. This spurred Hawes to create a more hygienic approach to distributing water in public, and he did it in 1909. According to Edgar's Water Company blog, Hawes invented the self-contained water cooler in 1938. Unlike a water fountain, it released water from a huge glass bottle rather than a pipe. These devices cooled water using electricity, but in the 1980s, heavy glass bottles, carboys or demijohns, were replaced with lighter plastic bottles. For tea aficionados, some water coolers now deliver hot water. Water cooler talk. No man ever walks in the same river twice, because it is not the same river and he is not the same man, remarked Greek philosopher Heraclitus. Things are continually changing. Some techniques of water purification have evolved throughout time. And, although humans still transfer water from springs and reservoirs to communities, some of the forms of conveyance used to do so have changed.